Hello, my name's Alice and I'm a content writer for Twinkl Life. In this session, I'm aiming to discuss Children's Mental Health Week and its themes and consider how these can be helpful and supported in schools. I'll also be signposting some useful Twinkl Life resources that will be helpful to you as well. The purpose of Children's Mental Health Week is to provide an opportunity for schools and mental health charities to help teach children about mental health and wellbeing. And this year, that takes place between the 1st and 7th of February. The theme is Express Yourself. Expressing yourself means finding ways to share feelings, thoughts or ideas through creativity. This could be through creative writing, through music, art, drama, photography or even film. It's not necessarily about doing something that you're really good at, but about doing something that you really enjoy. Doing things that help you be you. For children, this means they feel confident about who they are and what makes them them. To help support this, we can also offer children opportunity to celebrate their achievements and share experience they've had of which they've been proud or that are just really special to them. Within the theme of Express Yourself, we can support 5 areas to help children express and explore their feelings, thoughts and ideas. These 5 areas are get moving, be mindful, keep learning, share kindness and stay connected. One way to cover these during Children's Mental Health Week within class could be to allow an hour or so each day focusing on one theme every day throughout the week. There are many ways to incorporate each of these and here we'll discuss just a few ideas. So let's think about what this might look like in class. As educators, we can support children to express themselves by offering lots of chances for varied activities in class. This will enable self-expression and support children's mental health and well-being. It's also worth remembering that it's the doing of an activity that is really helpful, not necessarily the product at the end of it. By planning in a varied curriculum of activities for a class, children can focus on the process and enjoyment they get from each activity rather than only worrying about what they produce. Let's think about the 5 themes through which we can support children's mental health and well-being. First of all, let's think about get moving. Now this is obviously an area that is normally planned for so well within the curriculum during normal times, but with the situation currently as it is, this may be a little bit more difficult. If outside space is an option, get outside. It's a fantastic way to get some fresh air as well, something else that's really beneficial to our mental well-being. Moving around and doing lots of physical exercise releases endorphins, which are beneficial to mental well-being and mood, and there's the obvious added benefit to our physical health as well. So if at all possible, get moving. Now let's discuss being mindful. Just taking time to connect and to be present can be so beneficial to mental health as well. Encouraging children to take time to focus on what they're doing and what they're feeling will allow them time to think about and understand these feelings and choose how to respond to them. Planning in a short mindfulness session each day can offer a real chance for reflection and to develop good habits to support mental health and emotional well-being now and in the future. Now let's move on to keep learning. This is an area which sounds like it should be covered really easily within schools, but it is worth recognising the importance and the excitement of learning new things and discussing with children how this can benefit their mental well-being. One way to stimulate excitement could be to allow children to research a chosen topic of their own. It can really stimulate our minds to learn something new because of the sense of achievement it creates, but also because of the distraction it can provide from any stresses or worries we have at the time. To keep learning though, we don't always have to use a screen or a book. We might choose to develop an outside interest. This could be doing some gardening or practicing skills which we need for a sport. But it also doesn't have to be something new that we're learning. It may be just a hobby that we're improving. It could be just as satisfying. Teaching others can also support mental well-being, so offering children the chance to help classmates learn or improve a skill that they really enjoy could really be an option here. Now let's think about sharing kindness. Kind acts can reduce stress, anxiety and depression and provide the body with serotonin, endorphins and oxytocin. Being kind makes people feel more energised and more confident, and if other people see kindness, they're also influenced and may choose to show kind acts of their own. So there's no arguing with the benefits this may bring to mental health. The exciting thing is that it can be really easy to incorporate this into the values in our classroom. By simply celebrating when kindness is shown either by commenting or recording it in some way, like a kindness jar or a kindness tree, we make children aware of it, and it's something for them to be proud of. This boosts self-esteem and further encourages that kindness. There are lots of fantastic ways you can introduce kindness into your class as well, such as kindness bingo or a kindness calendar. Finally, let's consider how we can promote staying connected. This is an area that could be proving really difficult at the minute, but it is so very important. Although we'll be teaching children who are learning in different settings, some at home and some at school, it may be helpful to look for ways we can connect virtually as a whole class if that's at all possible. This could be by offering the chance to do a whole class show and tell virtually, or by a virtual discussion session focusing on ways to share successes in home and school learning. Children could be encouraged to write a letter to or to message each other on an approved platform if you're using one. There are so many people children would normally be connecting with, and many of these connections are not possible at the minute. It's therefore worth taking any opportunity we can to promote discussion around feelings and encourage children to maintain these connections with those close to them, be it in person at home or virtually with others. So how can Twinkl Live support you to do this? Well, Twinkl Live has lots of fantastic resources to help children's mental health and emotional well-being. There are packs designed specifically for Children's Mental Health Week for both in-school learning and home learning. These include Children's Mental Health Week Express Yourself Activity Pack and many resources that celebrate achievement and recognise personal strength and qualities. Some of these can be found in Twinkl Live within the Children's Mental Health Week School PSHE Taster Pack. There are also many interactive resources in the form of interactive PDFs on each of the 5 themes we've discussed today. These are designed particularly with home learning in mind as they require no printing. There are lots of ways to get involved in Children's Mental Health Week and support children's mental health and wellbeing throughout. Although there are many lessons designed specifically with this in mind, lots of the things we've discussed today can be incorporated into part of our regular practice in the classroom and can really offer support for children's mental health and wellbeing. But it is also worth remembering to take time for your own mental health and wellbeing too. These are challenging times, so taking some time to think about how we can support our own mental wellbeing is really important. Thank you so much for joining me in this session today.